Alright, y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another quick episode of the BEYSIDE JEWEL. You know, I thought I'd come on here and kind of just share a little of my thoughts. You know, I did a video with talking about the Safety T Act, which kind of like sounds to me like a form of purge, right? I definitely don't want to put fear into anybody. I just want people to be aware of it. To tell you the truth, you guys, I don't think that we should put fear in our hearts about it. You know, I think what they're trying to do is put fear into us. And this damn police department, y'all. This police department in Chicago, I think them assholes are more afraid than what we are, because you know, a lot of those bastards are crooked as hell. And now with these new laws coming out, them motherfuckers got fear in their hearts, because sure enough, a lot of our people are innocently locked up and put away and shit and set up and all that shit, sure enough, you know. And think about some of these people getting out. A lot of these hard criminals probably will be ready to fuck their asses up. I hate to say it like that, but a lot of them are not gonna forget or forgive some of the shit that police departments did. So just, they're afraid, you know, and they're panicking and trying to put fear into us. Sure enough, we got to prepare and, you know, protect our assets and shit, because with a lot of hungry people and shit, you know, you just don't know what people will do when they get hungry. You know, you don't know. But these police are trying to put fear into us, but their asses are the ones that are afraid, because they know that they've done some unjustified shit and got away with it. So that's another side of the coin, right? That's just another side of the coin. And I just wanted to share that thought. I'll be with you guys in a minute. Yeah, y'all. So, like I was saying with that Safety T Act, if you watch my previous video, I was saying that it actually has two sides to it. You know, a lot of us is just looking at purge, but the police and the state of Chicago is actually trying to put that fear into our hearts, you know, because they're afraid. I'm gonna try to quit cussing so much, but they're afraid, because a lot of these hard criminals ain't gonna have no problem with shooting back at them. So, you know, they're so quick to pull the trigger on us, knowing that either we're unarmed or we ain't gonna shoot back at the police. But with these hard criminals coming out, now they're afraid. So I think that they're trying to put that fear into us. You know, I think we certainly should be prepared, but on the other hand, you know, like I said, it's them that's actually afraid of this law. And the other thing is, you know, with a law like this, why would they actually allow it? You know, when they point out these issues, they could certainly appeal it. I mean, within the hour, if they wanted to. So it kind of tells me that they're, you know, they're up to something. They want to purge, or maybe they're ordered to do this because the Americas is coming back to a republic, and you know the nationals of the land, which is us melanated brothers and sisters, are really not even supposed to be United States citizens. So maybe things are going to get turned around and put more back into a proper perspective. A lot of people don't want to hear that they're not supposed to be citizens. You are a national. You're tied to the land. This is why they make so many prisons, because if you were not a national, they would deport you out of there. They would deport you, but they can't because you're tied to the land. And they're operating you as property, okay? Now let's move on from there. Let's leave that alone, because we done, here at BEYSIDE JEWEL, we done talked about our history, our story. We done talked about that. So let's kind of move up forward to the today, you know? The other thing I want to say is, I certainly think the London Bridge is definitely falling down. London Bridge is falling down. The imposters are being exposed. Now, will the real queens and kings please stand up? Please stand up. All you got to do is know who you are, because they already know. They already know who you are. And when I say please stand up, I'm talking all around the globe. You know, we've been through a lot as a people. I mean, our history have been hidden from us, kept away from us, and whitewashed and everything else. But the London Bridge now, with the Queen gone, is definitely falling down. And I find it pretty ironic that during her funeral, that this actually happened. Check it out. All right, y'all. I don't know if you take it as a confirmation, but that's how I take it, as a confirmation. London Bridge is falling down. You know, the British actually built their empire starting in America. When they took the 13 colonies, what they were doing was extracting the lumber up out of that camp, killing the animals. So we were feeding their asses too, but they were collecting the fur to build their empire in Great Britain. They took out so much lumber, you guys, killed so many animals. And I think that was when their empire really started to flourish, when they extorted from the Americas, the 13 colonies. But yeah, so London Bridge is falling down. And I think what we could do here, what we should do here, and I'm not just talking about in America, I'm talking about all of us melanated people globally. I think what we could do is really, we should have been started a healing process, but definitely start a healing process, because so many of us know our story now. And I think we have to heal. But bigger than that, I think we have to learn to forgive each other. Because in America, man, they systematically destroyed us with the breaking up the family. How how often do you see melanated family just kicking it, walking along? I remember even in the 70s, I used to see a lot of melanated couples and families, but shoot, I really can't even recall seeing that in I don't know how long, maybe 20, 25 years, where I would actually see a lot of melanated families. I mean, man, woman, and child, or children. It's been a while, you guys. This shit has all been by design. And I want to say that I think that them separating us was a power. It was a power, you guys. They're taking away our power when they separate our families. That's how I feel. You know, when you see a melanated couple, let alone a whole melanated family, do you notice the power? Do you notice how people look? Even me, you know, I look at that. There's a frequency. There's a power when a family is together like that. I mean, a family or a couple, melanated couple, you know. So what they did was promoted to be with somebody that's not even your kind of people. They promoted that shit, and we fell right into the trap, and it took away our power, you know. And even if you think about it, just seeing us all in our natural glory, with sisters wearing their natural hair, it's intimidating to them. It's very intimidating to them. This is why they didn't want to hire you, because of your hair and stuff like that, because your hair is carrying that powerful frequency, you know. So can you imagine our people in America just wearing their natural hair? It would scare the hell out of them. I swear, I really think so. It would freak them out. If sisters were not, I'm not taking it away from you, anything away from you. I'm just saying my little piece here. Because there's a lot of sisters that wear straight, you know, weaves and wigs and stuff like that. But if you were to come back and so many sisters just wear their natural hair, it would be very intimidating to these people. So that's a frequency also that they destroyed. They took away that frequency of you wearing your natural hair. So I think that it would be a great time to embrace your natural beauty, because sisters, y'all are definitely beautiful, and you don't have to mimic or assimilate to these people. You don't. You just have a power and a glory that's just so natural, and it's so intimidating to them, and this is why they took it away. And by taking that away, I think they also took our frequency away, our power. That's what I think they did. So it was not only separating and dividing the family, because it made us weak. It made us weak. But when you see a brother and sister with a family, or brother and sister together, man, it's just powerful. And I've even noticed when at times that I did see couples together, how Caucasian people would look at them. They would look at them. I even remember when some of them would want to touch the sister's hair. And they wasn't thinking. They allow them to touch their hair. Don't even allow them to touch your hair. I remember some of them would come up to me and rub my head. Man, I used to, man, don't touch my head. I ain't got that much hair, but don't touch my head. Keep your hands off of me. That's how I used to be like. But it's a frequency. Your hair, I promise there's power in that. And by them taking that away and have all these sisters mimicking Caucasian women with straight hair and, you know, curly hair and things like that, by it not being their own natural hair, I think it also took away our power. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But you remember Samson and Delilah also. You remember Samson and Delilah? When Delilah cut his hair off, Samson lost his power. So it's kind of like you cover up your head and it takes away your power, because your natural hair is your glory, not and power. Not only for you, but for us as a people. So I think we're on to something there. Just my thoughts, you guys. Just my thoughts. You know, I've been called crazy, you know, but you know, I've adapted to thinking outside the box. Okay. The other thing is this. I think that what we have to do, instead of pointing fingers and calling out each other, let's just learn to forgive each other, because, you know, they push that shit to the sisters talking about, I don't need a man and all this kind of shit. And the sisters really took that shit, you know? So making it hard. I remember many times just gathering with brothers, and we used to talk about sisters, how difficult it was to actually get with one of them. And when you do, how the behavior was, you know, how the behavior was, it was to the point where a lot of brothers just couldn't even deal with it. And I've met a lot of sisters like that where I thought I wanted to deal with, but then I found out her frequency, and I didn't want to deal with them. And I'm sure it was the same thing with the guys. Ladies would get together and talk about the men, you know. We wasn't doing this and we wasn't doing that, you know. But you guys, we've got to learn to forgive each other. Right now is the time, man. We need to come together as man and woman for real and bring back our families, because this is what they took away from us in America. Yeah, I mean, you barely ever see a complete family, man. I mean, man, woman, and children. You just didn't hardly see it. And they made it be like the normal thing for you to date outside your race. They made that be acceptable. They made that shit be acceptable. And they created their that narrative to separate us, you guys. So I really think we have to forgive each other, man. We really do. So, you know, for my negativity, you know, I've always stayed optimistic. And believe me, even though this shit was going on, I still managed to get get me some sisters, you know. Even though they wasn't on the same frequency, I had to take what I can get. You know, I had to take what I could get, you know. And me, I've always been the kind of brother that always I always treat my women like queens. I've always have, even when I didn't realize I was doing it. But I always treat my women like they were queens. But did they appreciate it? Probably not. Probably not. Probably didn't even. I didn't see that they appreciate, because when they used to come and hang out with me, I would show them wonderful times, man. You know, if they come over to my house, I'd cater to their ass. I would have everything at my crib, because that's just the kind of guy that I am. But it wouldn't be just for them. I would have everything there that I wanted. I wanted to be sure that I could entertain the most, not only finest, but outstanding women, you know. So I had everything. I had hot tubs, dart games, pool tables. I had a fishing lake right out in the back. I was ready for to find my queen in America, but unfortunately I didn't. I didn't find it. You know, they just was not on that frequency because we've been so systematically destabilized, you know, so we couldn't connect. We just couldn't connect, you know. But I encourage us to take a deep breath and really learn to forgive each other, you know, really, and come back together, because I think when we come together, we're at our strongest point. There ain't nothing that we can't do then. If we stand together, don't leave your brother, and don't brothers don't leave the sisters. Don't give up. We got to forgive each other. That's how I see it. So this is just my little message for today from the Bayside Jewel. And boy, it's gorgeous out here. But earlier, man, this sun will burn your ass up. I had to go. You see me wearing my hat? Shoot, Brother Bay had to get something to cover the old nugget, man. But so that's my message for today, you guys. And we're gonna sign up out of this camp. And I hope you guys take my message. And I hope you understand it in the right way, because I don't mean no harm by it. I don't mean to offend anybody. I just want to speak my mind and tell the truth about some things, you know. We've got to forgive each other, really. I love my sisters, and I know my sisters love us too. And even in my comments department, I could tell there's some real sisters. There's some real sisters for sure. So let's forgive each other. Till the next time, you guys, we're going to sign out for real from the Bayside Jewel. Salam alaikum. Islam.